Hey, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, donations. Lizzie Earth Angel, thank you so very much. I really and truly appreciate you. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it all. We're going to go ahead and ring the bell. We're going to go ahead and clear out this energy, and then we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us this Sunday. Somebody wants to spin the block, but not in the way that you're thinking. They want to spin the block because somebody's locked up spiritually. Spiritually, physically, I don't know, but somebody's locked up because I can hear that song, I'm locked up. Those are the only words I know. So those are the only words that I'm going to be singing. But I hear that song about somebody being locked up and they need your help. Bottom of the deck, here and now. This could be happening today. And somebody's hoping that you're going to be flexible. Because right now, they're sitting here thinking how flexible they should have been whenever it came to you. But they're the one that needs help, so they're thinking, let's not get this confused. So like I said, somebody's going to be reaching out because they feel like you are the only family that they can trust. You're the one who has that treasure. You're the one that they feel that would be able to help you out the most. Hey, K Hyphy. I don't know if they feel that you're the only one that has the financial resources, you're the only one that has the information or what, but you are the one that they feel would be able to help them the most. And this is something that you've gone round and round and round with this person as far as maybe talking to them, trying to tell them something, trying to warn them, trying to caution them. This is something that's going round and round and round, a conversation that you've had several times. But now this person that they're in trouble and they see that you're happy, not happy, but happy. You know, you're not sitting in the corner crying, shaking, biting your nails, trying to figure out life. You've gone on with your life because you knew what you deserved. Plus, you were the only one that was loyal. No one else was loyal. And you know what? You're the one who told them the truth. You was honest with them about what would happen if they kept fucking around. And plus, on top of that, now this person wants to say that you were the soulmate. You know, you've led your life by the book. You don't break any laws. You are not sitting here trying to get in the middle of anybody's relationship, but in somebody's business. You know, you stay in your lane. You stay in your lane. So you have showed, you know, somebody how, not just somebody, you shown people how they need to live as far as just living righteously, just doing the best that you can with what you have. Somebody refused to rebuild their life. They didn't want to start over. They felt like if they start over, it was going to be too hard. So instead of them starting over, they just compounded their troubles. And it got to the point where they were being spiritually watched. Now, somebody's in spiritual jail. You know what? They are building a case against this person. They are building a case against this person, and this person knows that they have to work hard if they're going to try and beat this case, and it's almost going to they receive some type of blessing to be able to get out of this. Hey, High Priestess. Not only are they going to have to receive some blessing, it's like they know that you can call in spirit to help out. And now this person wants to, act like, they never strayed, that they was always with you. They was always going to support you. They was always going to have your back with a place like home. They're hoping that you're ready, and that you would this divine feminine would help them, would be receptive to helping them, even though it has been a fucking never-ending story where they didn't know which way that they wanted to go. They didn't know if they wanted to be with you, if they wanted to keep the old life, if they wanted to, it's like they couldn't decide. But now they can finally decide, because it was been time for them to go. Especially since the other person that they was with left them. As soon as stuff started getting a little hard or confusing, that other person jumped. And then that left them with the fork in the road, like which way do they go? Because at that point, the investigation had already began. My nose is starting to tingle. The investigation had already started. They were already, the spiritual police had already asked them to answer a few questions. Had already told them, don't leave town. Don't leave town in case we got to come pick your ass up. And now this person finds themselves in the middle of this chaos and this conflict. You had already told this person a few times that the person that they was trying to hang out with, or they thought was the bee's knees, you had already said that person is not for you, and don't get involved with that person because that person is going to bring you down. But you know what? They didn't listen. They didn't feel like they had to listen. They didn't think that you knew what the hell you was even talking about. They even called you a hater. But now somebody's really thinking about it. Hey, Susan, somebody's thinking about everything that you said. Now they want to have that change. They're hoping that it's not too late, that you will go the distance for them, that you will go above and beyond. And they're hoping that it's not too late, because now they realize that, hey, all that glitters isn't gold. And somebody even fooled them with fool's gold. They know that you two they feel that you two have unfinished business. Even though you was out there, protecting yourself and living and doing whatever you had to do alone, while this person was out with somebody else who was setting them up, putting their name in the mud, getting them into trouble. And now this person, it's like now this person, it's like they want to talk to you. They want to communicate. They want to ask you. They want to ask for your help, because they know that nobody can investigate like you. Nobody will know the answers like you. Nobody will, be able to come up with the solution like you. And they're even trying to prepare themselves that if you ask them, well, why now? Why now? Now they want to say that they're ready for this clean life and they want to clean it up. Now they want to say that they are ready, because they've been watching you and they see exactly how blessed you are. Like I said, you didn't sit here, and you wasn't somebody that was going to hold on, y'all. I see a little baby spider, and that would keep me up at night. Hold on. I wouldn't be able to sleep knowing that sucker was on the loose. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But yeah, it's like having to add, they see that you've been extremely blessed, and they've been watching you. You haven't been worrying about them. You haven't been, sad, depressed, or anything like that. You went on with the rest of your life because you decided that it was time for you to live. Instead of you trying to live for this person, it was time for you to live for you. And then on top of that, you've finally been able to breathe. You feel like you finally have peace in your life. Hey, Shaylin. Hey, Trinity. How are you? Yeah, somebody knows it's time for them to put an end to trying to exchange gifts with the wrong people. The people that are there to bring them down, because they wanted to imagine that these people were going to be fair, but those people were not fair at all. They thought that they was going to get a leg up. They thought that they was moving to the land of milk and honey, only to come to the edge to find out that they were left hanging, left to survive alone, just like you were. Now somebody wants to mend these broken fences or this relationship. Now they understand exactly what you were saying, exactly what you were praying for, exactly why you wanted to help them. But they always knew. It was just their ego. It was pride that kept them stuck. They always knew. Hey, fresh from a nap. Right. They're bellied up. Right, exactly. Trinity, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you are with us. Yes, we are. What's the message? What is the message? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. This is you. This is how this person views you. Very connected to spirit. They don't think that there's anybody that's more connected to spirit than you, at least not what they've ever seen. Very connected to spirit. What else, Spirit? And this is why they feel like they have to call on you. This is why they feel like nobody else can even fit that role. Nobody else can help them. Like I said, everybody else has left them to fend for themselves, especially whenever they found out that the block was hot. When they said, wait, you had to go answer questions? Wait, what? In front of the judge? Wait, what? That's when everybody was like, no, look at this time. Yeah, I got to go. That's when they realized everything that glitters ain't gold. Everybody they thought was going to be there ain't really trying to be there. That's when it hit home that these people were not for them. That's when it hit home. And then that co-creating that somebody thought they was going to do, they realized they were the ones that was giving those people the leg up. And those people were giving them their ass to kiss. It's like they say, you're going to be careful what you do, because you may hate yourself when you wake up in the morning. And this person woke up this morning realizing that they got to do better, that their life has been completely torn to shreds. Hey, lies never stuck. And they have no choice but to start all over. Of course, you can hear Sasha out there. That girl, I tell you. Bottom of the deck. This is them making that call. This is them calling everybody except for you. And everybody except for you said, "Oh my gosh, I hate to hear that happen to you, but I'm busy. Bail money, bail money." They was like, "Baby, I ain't got no bail money. I can't. I want to work with you, but I can't." They even called somebody that they looked up to, somebody that they knew was going to be the one, because this is the one that they left you for. This is the one that they pledged allegiance to instead of you. And this is the one that did them the worst. Not only did this person take their money and leave them in a pickle, but now, and this is the one who was leading them on, telling them, "Oh, just do that, do that, do that. You look real cool doing that." And they was like, "You mean like this?" They was like, "Yeah, look how muscular you look." They was like, "Yeah, hit that old lady in the jaw." They was like, "Oh, you look like such a man." They was like, "Oh, steal somebody's purse and bring me all the money. You want all this money?" They was like, "Yeah." Just doing the most ignorant, outlandish, stupid shit. And this person was following like a lapdog. They're realizing you knew what you were saying when you were saying, "Hey, I don't see anything good coming about with you hanging with that crew." Now they're hoping that you can help them because they feel like you're the only one that has the financial resources. You're the only one that would be able to help them as far as like get their case together, even though this person did you the worst. It's like, you don't find out that those friends that you're hanging out with, that you were ignoring, your uh the people that you can trust, you're not trustworthy to them, but you don't realize that those people that you can trust can't trust you, and the people that you shouldn't trust don't trust you, and you shouldn't trust them. See, somebody didn't have that connection. It's like their brain wasn't working at that time. The elevator didn't go all the way up. The light bulb never came on. Can't make this up. The light bulb never came on. They really didn't realize what they was doing and who they was fucking with. Even though you told them, "Hey, I wouldn't do that because your entire life will be ruined." Now they see what you said was true. Somebody's life is completely upside down. Completely. This could be a Pisces. We got the Hangman and this King of Cups. Somebody's life is completely on pause and they know they're not going any further. They would only be able to be taken back, especially if this case was built up against them. Yeah, that person that they thought they could really depend on, they really did it to them. Did it to them. And it's like, the thing is, it's like they were willing to sacrifice you. I feel like that's what this King of Cups did. They sacrificed themselves. Sacrificed themselves for somebody who was a liar, a thief, and a cheat. Right, King Hyphy? Hard head makes a soft ass. And now this person feels like that home life that they had, it's almost like they feel like they just took a match and set it all on fire. All because they was being so immature, thinking that they was going to get this money by tomorrow or something. They realized that was just a dream. That was just a dream. And somebody, filled their head up with all that bullshit just so that they could get them to, "Yeah, follow me. I got all the money. I got all the resources. I got everything that you need." Now somebody's sitting there thinking about what somebody else said, and they are sick. They can't sleep. They can't eat. None of it. Now somebody has to try and defend themselves in court, but you know what? They don't have the resources. And the resources that they used to have, they don't have them any longer because they gave all their resources away trying to buy their spot in this group. Let me tell you something. If you have to pay in order to play, you're playing with the wrong fucking team. Because anybody that's there for you, that's standing 10 toes down for you, you don't have to buy their friendship. You don't have to buy any type of relationship. You don't have to pay their bills. You don't have to give. You know, you give of your heart. They knew that you know. Now they know that you knew what you was talking about. Now they believe you. Because you told them, hey, listen, you know, you wasn't even trying to be funny. You was just like, you know, hey, listen, I see this. I see it with my mind's eye. I'm telling you, my intuition is telling me that this is not going to end well for you. And they didn't like, you know what it was? They didn't like how you said it. They felt you wasn't being nice enough whenever you told them that somebody was getting ready to fuck them in the ass, take all their money and leave them stuck by the roadside. And what happened? What happened? They waking up with a sore behind, empty pockets, and the police picked them up from the roadside. So it's like, forget about the way that somebody said it. You know, oh, I don't like how you're talking to me. It's not the way that the information comes out. It's the message that somebody should have listened to. Somebody's finding out that somebody was not loyal at all, not like you are, or at least were. And this person never thought, they never thought the judgment was getting ready to come. They felt like that was way, 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 way. It was never gonna happen. Ooh, it's here. Judgment is now here. All these secrets that came out. It's like some type of a private investigator or the public defender. This public defender is building this case against this person, and they need your help. They need your help bad. It's like this person wants to tell you about some secret, something that they was holding to themselves, you know, about whoever that they was dealing with or helping or co-creating with. They want to tell you something that's going to help them immensely, help them get out of the position that they're in. But, you know, this person is like, they just can't get to the information right now. They know where it's at. They can't get to the information, but they're trusting in you to be able to get that information. And whenever you get it, they know you're going to be able to go over it with a fine-tooth comb, that you're going to find everything out. And they hope that you will sit here and come to their defense. Yeah, it's like somebody really tried to put them under. You know, they was hanging with the crew only to find out that the crew was taking their cut too. Now somebody's left to carry all the burdens, all the blame, all the weight. And this is karma that's happening right now. This is karma that had them picked up in the squad car. This is karma that they are getting ready to go deeply into. Hey, Cher. Hey, darling love. They feel so sad. They didn't listen to you. They broke your heart. They didn't even honor what y'all had. They didn't honor this family. They didn't honor, you know, you telling them about their ancestors, you know, your spirit guides. They didn't do none of that. You know, what they did was they put their trust in the wrong one. And now they regret all of it. Somebody, they just asking you to, can you talk to God for me? Can you explain this? Can you reach out? Can you call God on the phone and say, hey, this, that, or the other? Even the person that they, felt like was somebody that they was even going to put over you. Like they should, like this person was more worthy than you the empress, and they felt like this person was even more worthy than you. They found out that person wasn't worthy at all. That person was just a gold digger. Now somebody, they're battle weary. They don't know what to do. They feel like they can't fight anymore, and they're just praying that you extend that cup of love one more time and help them out, so that they can figure all of this shit out. They want to turn this whole situation around so that they are found not guilty of these spiritual crimes. Yeah, it's something about the crime that they are being accused of. It has to do with trying to steal your inheritance. And they never thought that they would have to go to court for this. Like, who are you? Who are you? But now they're finding out that this is a big crime. Now they're finding out, they even tried to make it seem like they was around you and they was doing this for you and they was doing that for you, whenever it wasn't even the truth. They had left you a long time ago. You was there by yourself. They was just a ghost. They had already bounced. Now they want this attorney. They want this attorney to find out, or to realize that they didn't commit these crimes. Now they want the truth to come out, about the relationship that y'all should have had. That now they're really to get up on the stand and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. There's something about what this person put out is now coming back. And they're praying that you, this earth angel, can help them close this cycle. Because they definitely have learned a lesson, especially since everything is out in the open. They want to put their little foolish ways to the side. They want to end this. They want to end all that immaturity, all that jumping from here to there, all them listening to that person and thinking that person is cool and maybe this person or that. They're stopping all of that. Because whenever they think back, when they're honest with themselves and they think back, they know it was you that was helping them. I feel like this person started to drink a lot. And maybe that's what kind of got them off track. They started partying too much. They started losing their own mind, allowing themselves to be carried away. And now this person is looking at all of those quote unquote friends. Scary. They've even sent messages out, and it's like they still waiting for those friends to get back with them. Nobody's going to get back with them. Nobody. It's like, if you got somebody that's loyal to you, but you disloyal to them, when you need somebody, who's going to be loyal to you? The person that was loyal to you before that you weren't loyal to? Is that how that works? It don't work like that for me. I don't think it works like that for a whole lot of people. But for somebody, they wasn't thinking. What's the message, Spirit? They were not thinking. Yeah. But they're thinking now. But they're thinking now because they have no choice but to think now. They got a broken heart. They're realizing that everything that they did to oppose you, to embarrass you, to make it seem like you suck, they did it to themselves. This was how they was acting towards you. Like I said, the one who they put above you, she took the money and gone. You know? Now somebody, they feel like they can't fight no more. I bet you can't. Not if you're locked up. Not if you're in spiritual jail. Not if you afraid to, to have to serve some serious time for this serious crime that they even did against you. Now they understand what they have done and who they decided that they wanted to work with or for. Now they understand. Was it worth it? Was it? Yeah. Boy, I'm telling you, this person, they thinking, soon as I get out, I'm gonna be working on this relationship. I'm gonna be working on my family. That's what I need. I'm gonna be doing the right thing. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But the thing is, they're not sure if they can beat this rap. Because judgment has been called about all these things that they was doing. And they thought nobody would ever know. So keep that thought. Like they say, keep that same energy, baby. Yeah. And it's like right now, they're not even sure if the public defender that they could, and that's all they can afford. The public defender is free. They're not even sure that the public defender is on their side or if the public defender would even really help them out. They don't know what to do. All they know is they gave their money to these people. They was like, who else needs some money? Well, I don't have much left. They was like, okay, well, just give me half of what you got. But if I give you half of what I got, what am I going to have for the rest of the week? They was like, you don't have to worry about all that. What you mean? Nothing. Just give me what you got. Now somebody's realizing that everything that they did against you, that's karma coming back on them. This is what they deserve, but this is not what they want to hear. Because see, when you was trying to tell them, allow spirit to guide you in the right way, you was trying to tell them, listen, I'm here for you. We're family. We're this, we're that. He's like, oh, with that bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear that crap. But now they cannot hear it enough. Because they want to tell you, we family now. We this and we that. And you sure right. I should have listened to you. Now they're ready to say all that shit because now they need your help. Now they need your help. What's the message? They don't know what to do. And they feel like everybody around town is talking about them. I feel like that's the least they should worry about is what somebody else got to say. That's the least they need to worry about what some other motherfucker got to say. That's the least of their problems. What they need is some help from you. That's what they need. That's what they really need to concentrate on, what they really trying to get from you. And not in a narcissistic way. I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get myself together and I'm gonna leave. No, they need to think about what they need to do to get themselves straight, get themselves to fucking together, and stop acting like some motherfucking fool. You told this person a long time ago about getting with these criminals that they felt like was they friends, was they bros, was they sis, and no, they was fucking criminals. Now they locked up. Now they locked up. And then the person they gave all that money to, they ain't trying to give none of it back. They sitting here talking about some damn, oh damn, you should have called me day before yesterday because I sure did spend all my money. Shit, you should have just called me day before yesterday. When did you get locked up? Yesterday. Damn, you should have called me the day before that. Like, come on. I don't know what to tell them. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. Somebody, they're trying to figure out how to tell you what they got, how to paint the picture, how to make it seem, how to make it so that they don't look so bad, because they sure the fuck can't tell you, well, the police and the investigators, what they got on me is they got video, audio, fingerprints, the eye retina scanners whenever I was trying to look through the peepholes and shit, independent eyewitnesses. They got shit that I had wrote, shit that I was doing on the computer and my cell phone, how I was trying to take you out. Take all your money. They sure don't want to say that, because then that's a definite no, right? It should be. It should be. So they sitting here trying to figure out how they can say it so that you don't call judgment on them. And but like, what? You did what? I said, oh Lord, no the fuck you did. That's why your ass out. That's why your ass out. Lose my number like you lost it, like you was not there before. You still ain't there. That's what they're trying to worry about. But they know it's all gonna come out. It is all gonna come out. Like I said, they feel like you the only one that can help them. And this person know they was doing too much when they was doing it. They just felt like they would never get caught. Like, who are you? Who are you? They should have watched the last video, right? Yeah. But now it's like they need some serious defense. They do. And they're coming to you. They're letting you know they don't have much, but they're willing to give the what they do have to you. You like, oh, really? Oh, 35 cents, huh? You willing to give that to me? I'm telling you. It's like this person now, they want to sit here and say, damn, I shouldn't have. I should have never lied. I should have never gotten bought. I should have never tried to steal. I should have never did this. I should have never put your name in the mud. I should have never, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you didn't, motherfucker. Stop talking about what you shouldn't have done and start talking about what you did do. Hey, James and Biscuit. What's the message, Spirit? They sure feeling awkward about, damn, how am I gonna sit there and say, well, and besides all of that shit, we really kind of just about, I'm not really sure if it actually went through or not, but we did put a hit on you. But I didn't want to put the hit out on you. It was everybody else to put the hit on you. I was just in the quiet in the corner, and I was just like, and I think I was nodding. I was falling asleep, So when they acting like I was agreeing, I was like, I was really sleeping. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, Sia, how are you? Northern Europe, yes. All right, my pleasure. Sia, don't even worry about it. It's 2:10 a.m. there. What's the message, Spirit? You joining us in a live, that is donation enough, okay, sweetie? What's the message? They know you're going to know. They know you're going to find out. They just don't want that public defender because, like I said, they don't even know if that public defender is going to even help them. Whenever this person was going so hard to disrupt your happy life, your happy family, they didn't want you to have nothing. They was following that floozy. The floozy who was jealous of you. You know, that's all that was. They was following that 304, that hoe, that floozy, that trick, that bitch, whoever, whatever her name is. The one who didn't want you to be happy. That's who they was following. Like a motherfucking fool. Like an asshole. Talking about something. Well, I've known them for about, really? Well, where they at? Where they at? And she may be locked up too. But I know this one, the person who was the head of the group, the head honcho, the big wizard, the master manipulator, that one, oh, they got some karma coming too. This one really got some karma coming. Because the truth is out. And the police is scouring these streets, these spiritual streets for that person. That person thinking they can run and hide. You can run, you can try and hide. But guess what? The law is going to get you. I'm telling you, this person, they can't sleep either. They can't sleep. They can't eat. They trying to figure out what they can do to minimize it. But they can't, because the cases against these people is too fucking strong. Strong. That's it. You know? And I feel like it was this person that even got, your the whoever's calling you now, it was this person that got them to drinking or using substances or just, so that they wouldn't think clearly. And now it's like this person, I feel like they have to, well, you can't do any of that in jail, regular jail or spiritual jail. I mean, not unless you make it yourself, but in spiritual jail, from what I understand, and I ain't never been in spiritual jail, I don't want to go to spiritual jail either. But for this story, we just gonna say you can't do all that shit. So now it's like this person is they have to clean themselves up. And it's like they have to complete these cycles. I feel like they have to go through courses, classes to get them straight. But yeah, it's almost like there's somebody that is on the case. Maybe somebody was able to help them afford an attorney or something. Somebody was on the case and they're looking at these crimes and who all was involved and everything that they did and whose name was signed to what and this, that, all of that shit. Hey, Rotten Rob, how are you? Just say my father's stepdaughter and son, brother and sister. Oh, who else? Yeah. And now somebody is so upset that they worked with this devil. Which everybody, when they wake up in the morning, they realize what they've done. Everybody's always upset that they worked with the devil. Everybody. I can't think of one person who's not. because everybody usually gets picked up at one point or another. What else, Spirit? Hey, Davinia, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. And what's crossing, these came out sideways, is somebody trying, the fact that, and they're just waking up to this, or they're just having to accept this responsibility that they, basically shit on your love. They was just trying to overburden you. They was trying to do you bad. They just shit on your love, and they never thought that was going to come back. They never thought that they was going to have to call out to this earth angel for some assistance. They never thought that you was going to be the one maybe the one and only one that could go get this information that was under some type of locked key and some type of locked box and some type of bus station or airport or something, that had the truth, that had the information that they needed to get themselves out of trouble so that they could finally be free. They never thought that. While they is pulling their pants down, bend it over so you can kiss their ass. They never thought about that. While they were sitting here trying to do all this bullshit, they never thought about this day. And the fact that they didn't give away all their money to some motherfuckers that don't even give a shit about them and left them with nothing. Like, keep that 35 cents. Put that 35 cents on your spiritual books. Maybe you can get something with, I don't know what, because it's the cheapest thing in the canteen was like $5, and that was just for a stick of gum, one stick of gum. Because you know how everything is 10 times more expensive in jail than it is on the street. Shit, you buy a hamburger, you like $10 for a hamburger? And I got to take it out the machine and warm it up myself in the microwave and hope that motherfucker don't get brick hard? What's the message? What is the message? Hey, Gia Pat, how are you, sweetie? What's the message? Yeah, commissary ain't cheap. Not at all. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else from this stack? Yeah, they worried. They real worried. I'm telling you, because somebody feeling left out in the cold. They feeling abandoned, and they never, ever, ever thought that it would be them to feel abandoned. They thought it was going to be you. But see, they didn't know that your worth. They didn't know that them trying to come and access your Akashic records and steal your gifts and do you and put a hit out on you spiritually, they didn't know that it was the punishment was going to be so severe. They talking about giving this person life. Can you imagine serving life? And they's like, well, it was just a spiritual crime. They was like, but you don't know who this spiritual person is. See, this is God's child. You didn't know. They should have did their homework. Bottom of the deck. Now they got to fight for their life. They got to fight for their life. They hoping that whatever they say to you is going to be enough that you go ahead and take that step and help them. They hoping, praying. They hoping and praying that you don't find out everything that they did, so that you be like, oh, wait, what? Like you getting ready to, you at the bail bondsman, the spiritual bail bondsman, and you getting ready to sign over the deed to your house, and you get a text that says from Brenda. I don't know who Brenda is. And Brenda like, did you know that so-and-so did such and such and such and such and put a hit on you? You like get ready to, you licked the with the pencil, getting ready to sign. You like, bleep, bleep, bleep. You was like, no, damn, hold on. What? Get what? Oh, yeah, I don't need that. I'm not signing nothing. You know, they hoping this shit don't go like that. Cause like I said, they hoping that you don't find out that somebody put a spiritual hit on you. They didn't want, and they're gonna sit there and say, well, we didn't want to end you. We just wanted to beat your ass real bad. You know? They praying that truth don't come out. They are in regret for that shit. And then the fact that they've been planning this for a while. That's the most fucked up part. They've been planning this shit for a while. It can't get no more fucked up than that. Two-faced motherfucker. Two-faced motherfucker. I'm telling you, somebody trying to figure out what they can say, how they can smooth some shit over. They're like, damn. They asking, they asking their cellmate, can you go out of the cell for a little bit? I need to practice in the mirror. What I'm gonna say to the collective whenever I see them so that they help me. Hey, no. Hey, no, that sounds too like I'm having fun in here. Hey, no, I don't want them to, like, maybe I can make myself cry. Hey, no, because I don't want anybody in here seeing me cry. They're trying to practice that shit so that, you have that empathy and that compassion and you're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? What can I do for you? Are you okay? Are you hurt? Oh my gosh. What's wrong? Oh, no, come here. Let me help you. You know how they lick their finger and trying to rub the dirt and smud off. Oh my gosh, let me help you. That's what they helping. And they know that you're going to sit there and you're going to tell them, you know what? I told your ass so. I told you so. Who told you? I told you. What did I say? I felt strongly about this. I meant every word that I said. Like you going to go off. And I meant that. Get your motherfucking ass in this boat. I said it. But see, just what you get. Well, come around, go around. But either way, I feel like this person, they're looking at you, or they're trying to anticipate what you're gonna say. They're trying to, see if they can connect with you mentally, spiritually, if that connection is still there. Even though this was a two-faced motherfucker, and then the fact that they refuse to see what you told them about this person. They refuse to see that you told them this was a greedy motherfucker. But they want to act like, Who greedy? They got the money. You don't have shit. Well, now, guess what? The truth has come out. And you the one with all the shit. And that was the one that was greedy. Yes. And this one, she ain't never had no money. She always had that one pinnacle. And she used to flaunt that shit like, here go my pinnacle. See what I got, y'all. See what I got. See what I got. Look. Trying to act like she was worthy. No, she wasn't worthy. She trying to flaunt that one pinnacle like she really has something. Like she really has something. What's the message, Spirit? She ain't have shit. She may have had herpes, may have had crabs, may have had some other type of disease, leishmaniasis or some shit like that, but she ain't have no motherfucking money. What's the message? What you say? They all going down. He got freedom. Right. Twat waffles. Right. What's the message, spirit? Damn twat waffles. Yeah. Something about this. Somebody's gonna try and connect with you. They want to try and connect with you. I feel like this is the leader of this gang. Or I shouldn't call it a gang. I should call it the head friend. I don't know. Yeah, like they wanna come to you. Like they want to try and see if they can work something out. You know, they want to work something out. You know, they want you to be on their side so and so can just stay stuck, you know, locked up. You know, and because I feel like this person is sitting there trying to talk about, you know, they got the public defender on their side, you know, and to fight against the other person, like they didn't already hook that shit up. They didn't already talk to him or something like that. Yeah, somebody gonna try and talk to you. But you know what? You're not even about that bullshit. You ain't even about that bullshit. You a whole earth angel. You so tempered, you know, and you knew what this person was trying to do, but yet you still are choosing to do the right thing. You're still choosing to do the right thing, and you know that this other person is counting on you. They in a pickle. They in a position that you know this other person is counting on you. But yeah, somebody who's thinking that they could get you, they could smooth you or whatever, feeling like, oh well, you know what? They sure do have a lot of money like everybody else does. That's not it. Because they want you to stab this two-faced motherfucker in the back. But one thing you're not gonna do, you not no stabbing in the back type of person. If you say you're gonna be there, you're gonna be there. Even if you say you're not gonna be there, if you can't do nothing to help them, you sure the fuck ain't gonna do nothing to hurt them. What's the message? What is the message? See, people don't realize how scandalous motherfuckers can be. Scandalous, diabolical. Yes. See, somebody finally had to pull back the curtain to see that this big bad Jim Joe Brown was nothing but a regular person. They finally had to pull back the curtain so that they can finally end some shit and stop walking around looking like a motherfucking fool. You know, this person realizes that they needed some balance in their life, some serious balance, like counseling. And instead of them sitting here trying to hold back from you, they ain't got nothing. See, somebody was trying to hold back from you, thinking they had all the spiritual gifts. You ain't got a motherfucking thing. When you was with me, you was protected. That's what somebody need to realize. You was protected. Then you want to come in and follow somebody else's lead. Somebody telling you, act like a fool. Act like a fool. You jumping in there, acting like a fool. And now they sitting here, head all in their hands, feeling all embarrassed and shit. Calm the fuck on. And they were sitting here trying to attack you. Trying to attack you and your relationship. Going to war. But you know what? Them lies, kaboom, they all exposed. They couldn't, the lies could not withstand or hold up any longer. And now somebody want to be healed. You know, now they want to be healed. Now they praying that it's their wish fulfillment, you know, and they realize how much hurt they caused you and your family. And see, they was hoping that you was not going to be the one to sleep. They didn't want you to be the one to be able to sleep, and they kept looking at you, trying. You know, you sure didn't look like you getting fit and shit. You know, did you change your hair? Are you looking younger? Them new glasses? Are them new clothes? Why are you smiling so big? Like, looking at all the changes that you're going through. But see, that's not the changes that they was expecting. And they sure that what the hell wasn't expecting somebody to be two-faced to them. But when they two-faced to you, what do they think they're gonna get? An honest motherfucker? Somebody that's gonna stand 10 toes down? No, that's not whatever happens. You know, they wanted you to be by yourself while this person was doing some off the wall hidden shit. And you was by yourself. You was by yourself, remaining calm, remaining tempered, praying, practicing your spiritual gifts, getting closer to God, having that wheel of fortune turn in your favor and being pleasing to God. That's what you was doing. This person, they was out there acting a fool, trying to get at you. What else, Spirit? Yeah, they hate the fact that they tried to work with somebody who's like, yeah, they call me master manipulator. I'm the master. They hate that shit now. This is the type of shit that you would be poking them about. Yeah, I'm not, you can't make this up. This is the type of shit that you would be poking them about. Oh, where's Mr. Master Manipulator? Wait, what did you do? What you thought I couldn't see that shit? Oh. See, they don't like that. Once again, the reason that they dissed you, ignored you, and everything before was the way that you had said what you had to say. Fuck the way somebody say it. Listen to the fucking information. It don't make a difference if they scream it in your fucking ear. If it's the truth, if you should pay attention, if you should exercise some caution, that's what the fuck you need to do. Sitting there worrying about, well, that sounded really rude. So is spiritual jail. Really, really rude. What you think the judge is gonna be like? Excuse me, I want to be extremely nice to you before I lay this gavel down. No, I know. No, that's not what happened at all. Them judges be like, let me tell you something, you old dumb motherfucker. I don't know if they say it like that, but what's the message? What is the message? Now they needed Earth Angel because they was trying. Like I said, somebody was trying to steal from you. They was trying to take your gifts because they thought that they had this. They thought that they was gifted. They thought that this was their inheritance. No, boo. No. This is what somebody was telling them from a long time ago. Nope. I don't know who the fuck you listen to, but whoever the fuck you listen to, they lied to you. They lied to you. God did not choose you to be the number one. God chose you to be number 3. You ain't even the number 2. You the number 3. So sit your ass in your number 3 seat and shut the fuck up. Or excuse me, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Please, third in line, I'm asking gently, nicely, sweetly, and kindly, if you don't mind to walk gently over to the seat and gently sit down, relax, sit back, put your head on the pillow. No, that's not how it goes. Sit your motherfucking ass down, bitch. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. They didn't know that you knew what the fuck they was trying to do. That's why you walked the fuck away. Because they thought that they had some type of gift. Now they finding out they ain't had shit. Shit, nothing. I feel like this attorney found out something. This attorney found out something. And I don't even know if it's good or bad, but whatever it is, It's like this attorney found more information. This got somebody in a pickle, and they didn't see this shit. They missed all of that. Ooh, yeah. This was something that somebody else had been pegging them for, blaming on them a long time ago. They've been setting this shit up for a while. They was like, you know what? I'm going to get that motherfucker. They may be able to get themselves out of a little bit of trouble, but if I start planting these seeds now and keep pointing all fingers at that person, they ain't going to be able to get out of that. But you know what? I feel like God is going to have some grace and mercy on this person, and something is not going to work out. It's not gonna be what they think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be the information. And this person whose life was on hold, I feel like they're gonna get some really good news. I really do. Yes, because then they're gonna find out that somebody was able to come through. The person that they made cry, that was the person that was able to come through. Maybe that person went to that locker, that lockbox, and got that information that was going to be, and did the research and highlighted some shit, underlined some shit, sent the shit over to the paid attorney, not the public defender and everything, because the public defender was already bought off to keep their ass in jail. And that information was so strong, it got this motherfucker locked up. They couldn't get out of this. That information was so strong. It's like somebody had been doing some spiritual crimes for a long time, and they've been blaming it on different people for a long time. All that shit is coming up. All that shit is coming up, and it is coming out, baby. But it shouldn't even have to go this far for somebody to finally wake the fuck up like, damn, you know what? I sure am acting stupid. It shouldn't even have to go that damn far. Seriously. But sometimes it does. Sometimes people don't want to listen. Some people don't like to learn. Need I say any more? Some people don't like to learn because they feel like all that glitters gotta be gold. Look at how much that shit glitters. You mean to tell me that ain't gold? No, motherfucker. That's gold plated. That's gold painted. That's some old food that came out of somebody's mouth. They finally got the little toothpick and got that shit out their teeth. Got some fucking dental floss. Yeah, somebody is finally growing a pair of balls. They finally growing a pair. Because especially whenever they found out that they was being called a key player in some shit that they didn't do. And all those friends that they had left them on red. Oh, what a karmic web we weave when we practice to deceive. Okay? And you realize this motherfucker was a karmic. That's why you left a while ago. And they thought they was hurting your feelings. You wasn't hurt. You knew if them or any of them Google motherfucking friends came up to you trying to really attack you, you was the person who will spiritually cut that ass. Okay? You know how to defend yourself. As I told you, somebody from the past wants to spin the block. They want to spin the block, and you had to let them know, baby, integrity is everything. Everything. You also tell them they should pray. They should pray. Integrity is everything. If you can trust me, but I can't trust you, you need to look in the mirror, not me. I'm the one that you can trust. You need to look in the mirror like, why aren't you trustworthy? What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Lizzie Earth Angel, did I thank you? I'm not sure if I did, but if I didn't, I'm thanking you now. Yes, your child has to learn a big lesson about respect and honest dialogue. I feel like they're learning a big lesson hanging out in spiritual jail. They may have to go to court tomorrow, spiritual court tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday morning. And if they got locked up Friday after 5, they was in there for a minute. They thought that you was gonna be down. No, you always bounce back. And now everything is starting to make sense to somebody. What somebody was really trying to do. You know, that's why you had to leave them to their own devices. You know, somebody they start, when you looked at them, you was like, damn, how old are you? Are you older than me now? Because they start to age quickly. You know, they was acting like they didn't know that some manipulation took place. Well, that's too damn bad. But they learned the absolute truth about their quote unquote friends, didn't they? And then everybody agreed to not tell you about this money, to not tell you about how they were going to try and take you down, steal your spiritual inheritance. This could have happened this month. We in November, ain't we? I told you. They out here looking like a whole clown. Ronald McDonald and Bozo is so jealous because this motherfucker looking like a bigger clown than they could have ever looked. And they was trying to hold you back. Now they need your help to help them get ahead. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, something about November, December. And they are so mad because you were born a boss. Don't hate us because we're beautiful. Don't hate us because we're beautiful. Hate the player, not the game. No, don't hate the player. Yeah, that's what it is. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what it is. Somebody was trying to impersonate you. I'm telling you, they was trying to steal your gifts. You know, and they trying to do it underneath the moon. But you know, you was able to save your legacy and your inheritance because the Most High favors you. That's why this shit didn't work out. You know, and like a fool, here they are trying to do some rituals on you often. That's why Spirit said, go pick their asses up. Just go pick them up on the Friday night, so they that way they can sit their ass down in the cell for the weekend and put an end to this bullshit. Because I'm tired of watching it. I'm tired of them trying to take my high priestess out. Fuck all that. You know, don't nobody even believe they lying asses no more. And they was hell bent on trying to destroy you. Ain't that something? And they worried about what somebody think about them. You look like a bully. That's what somebody thinking, that your ass look like a fucking bully. What's the message? Share Bear. Hello. What's the message? But you think they got picked up for? They was doing some illegal shit? What you think they got picked up for? Doing some illegal dumb shit? That's what it was. Yep, their head was stuck up in their own ass. I know they had to smell funny. And we not talking ha funny, like funny. What's the message? Something started like about 5 years ago whenever they started hanging with this motherfucking magician. Master manipulator. Well, the master manipulator's in the next cell over. About to experience some serious get back. Because they was doing some serious crimes for some serious time. What's the message? Thank you, Spirit. Yep. I guess they'll find out the result next year. Maybe next year in July. I feel like that's whenever the judgment is going to be passed down. Because, you know, court cases, they don't go by like that. It takes them a while. Yep. And they are concerned. They're concerned. And that's why they want some help from you, this earth angel. They're concerned. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. The book's closed. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate and drink that this evening without, you know, I don't want to say her name because then she's going to start barking. trying to jump all over me, want me to take her out, want me to pet her, want me to rub her belly, want me to do this, want me to do that. I'm just going to see if I can just put her outside and drink my mimosa. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the morning. Told you. Did you hear? Told you. Here she goes. I'll see y'all in the morning. Have a great evening. And let's all pray for each other. Here I come, Sasha. This girl. I should have just been artificially inseminated with triplets. That would have been easier, I think. I love y'all. Oh my gosh. See y'all in the morning.